Smacking, cracking, and watching. Follow me on Twitter. Subscribe. Animal Kingdom Season 2, Episode 5. This episode is called Forgive Us of Our Trespasses. We're starting this episode off at the range. Jay is learning how to shoot that long weapon, aka the rifle. Guess who's the range master? Our girl Smurf. Smurf is the range master. She is teaching this boy how to get out there and survive in the game, animal style. Smurf said to Jay, "Don't get cocky, boy. You're already dead." Teaching him the hard way. Was I the only one who was freaked out when Smurf kind of caressed Jay a little bit too long and a little bit too lovingly on his side? Squeeze the trigger. Smurf, you're freaking us out. No one was there for Smurf when she needed them. No one answered her call. Bogus. Let's talk about Smurf at this point, guys. Smurf is fine with moving along. She's packing up some of the boys' things. You know, she moved along with her feelings are growing and it hurts, but she's doing what she's got to do, right? We see her walking. We end up finding that same van from last week. Last episode, there was a work van tailing Smurf all around town. She grabbed the pistol out of the center console. Do y'all remember that? Well, we end up finding out it was part of Javi's people from the desert that was scoping her out. They abducted her. They stole our girl. They kidnapped our girl. All because of Javi's orders. And it's pretty dope, that scene when they did take her, because we get to see leather, sunglasses, the shades, and a revolver, and a shiny revolver at Smurf's head. And Smurf just sat there like, if you gonna do it, do it. Gangster, right? She's a gangster granny if you think about it. She is a granny. She dope. She's bad. She's cool. Bad is good. Bad is bread. Hashtag bad is bread. Javi says you better have $300,000 cash by tomorrow. And I'm like, how are you going to do this for $300,000 when Bass and them are trying to come up on $300,000? Are you going to tell me that you're going to, once they finally get the score, is Smurf going to say, we need that money that you guys actually did on your own. We're going to need that for your lives. Is that what's going to happen? We don't know. Well. When they left Smurf on the side of, when they left Smurf out of nowhere, Uber's coming out that way. I said, dang. She's keeping her head up, though, with the burgundy Ugg boots. Wow, breaking her down. Like I said, nobody's answering her calls. She's kind of at that moment of, who can I trust? I mean, dang. Bass. Let's talk about Bass real quick. Bass just has a great choice in women, doesn't he? He just can really choose them. Not. He's not into the service. He's not really trying to worship. He is 100% there for the job, versus Pope, who is really taking it in, and you almost see him transforming with this relationship with this female. Pope is in it. Bass is all about the dollar. I think Pope is about the dollar too. Pope. Like I said, Pope is at praise and worship, scoping it out. But I feel like in his heart, he really is there for growth, his own self, spiritual growth. Because, you know, he's battling his own animalistic demons. That female, I don't even know the chick's name, but she said he has an apostle spirit, which was interesting to me because there were a lot of apostles in the Bible who were not so great. But some, like, I guess, what is it, Saul and Paul, used to be bad, then he changed to good. It's possible. Yo, when they were together and they had that intimate low light, and old girl looked at him and said, all right, not right now, don't touch me yet, but take it off. I said, oh, shoot, Pope. And Pope had all of this going. I said, dang, Pope, you've been doing push-ups. You've been doing bench presses. Okay, Sean, I see you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at that at all. I'm not mad at that at all. I just didn't know you had a body, boy. Who knew? Craig basically brushed his teeth in the equivalent of a gas station roadside out in the middle of nowhere's restroom. He is a spiraling freaking mess. Friends had it with him. He said, look, man, take a look in the mirror. And when he looked in that mirror, it was everything. That scene was everything. First of all, it was filthy. They were preparing a meal, trying to prepare a meal the way that they were brought up by Smurf. And it wasn't nowhere near what she's giving them. And it's just showing you right there that they're trying to be their own men, but at the same time, it will be nothing like the structure and nothing like what she's provided them. So when it comes to Darren, we see Darren smoking, you know, doing his little thing in the car. in his vehicle, which I thought was crazy for you to do a UUMV, which is unlawful use of a motor vehicle, still in the car. You stole a truck out of the airport, but you brought your real car there? I didn't quite understand that. So is that going to come back on him to where the airport catches the camera and Baz and Pope is like, you freaking idiot, you stole a car from the airport where everybody sees it? I don't know. While he's out stealing stuff, like I said, Smurf was packing up his lamb chop stuffed animal. At this point, I feel like he's just desperate. He's desperate for $1. He'll do anything for this bar. He wants to be his own man. It's just a lot of, they want to mature as a man, you know, is from what I'm looking at it. That's what I see it as. Girlfriend. Let me tell you about this little girlfriend, Miss Molly or Miss Nikki. She said, no blow. And she's calling Craig for what he is. She's saying, yo, what you're doing is shady. Stop doing it. I feel like since now she knows that Jay is injured with all that blood, I feel like she may be the one to whistle blow or, you know, tell in the future. Like, I know what happened. I know it was you. You know, she might hear it on the news and be like, oh, I know it was you who got cut. It was your blood. I feel like she's going to play that role because she wants to be Baby Smurf at this point. So when we get to the whole shebang bang, it's about to go down at the church for this heist, right? Boys set up in the bathroom. When I say the boys set up in the bathroom, it was pretty cool because they actually put the pants down, sat on that nasty toilet. I hope they did that little layer that we do. If you guys don't know what females do in the public restrooms, we get that toilet paper and we just keep going, you know, because you don't want to get nothing. You don't want to get you on that. Okay, too much. I'm just trying to tell y'all how to be safe and not catch no boils and bumps and all this craziness. Smack a crack and watch and just try to take care of y'all, okay? We're trying to keep this together. All the women know, but some of you guys who watch may not know, okay? Get you a little layer of toilet paper. That's what Baz and Jay didn't do. That's why Jay's leg is messed up. He gonna mess around and catch something. I'm trying to help y'all. So yeah, man, the church actually raised the $300,000, which was awesome. Good for them. I mean, wow. Craig actually bombarded his way to the parking lot, almost lit it up, acted a plumb fool. I could not believe it. What did y'all think when he arrived on scene? Was trying to be back in. He came in like Eddie Kane, zing. I still got it. I could not believe it. Like, what are you doing? You said you wanted out. That could have changed anything. You just came in and you almost ruined it. Even though he ended up blowing it for himself in the end when the police found him. Could not believe that. Jay's clothes ripped in the vent and the blood came with the cut. I was like, this is it. DNA's going to be everywhere. He's going to get caught up. And now I feel like next episode we're going to see those two detectives come back. I was wondering how the police were going to come back in. Now I know. When they broke the floor safe and that concrete was everywhere and they had that spray stuff. I don't know what they sprayed. If y'all know what that was, let me know, because I was wondering, like, what is that? I really thought that the maintenance guy was gonna die. I said he's gonna come in there after cleaning them pews, or I thought he was gonna find the device and call it in. Or option B, he was going to bust in there on time and they were going to spray him. I was like, no, not in the church. No, he's a good guy. He was just late, but it was right on time. Won't he do it? Yo, when Craig was on his motorcycle being reckless, didn't I say last episode he was so reckless on that motorcycle that he was going to crash, burn, and hurt himself? And it came to pass. Craig, wake up, my dude. Wake up, get it together. He needs Ayanla to come in and say, sometimes you're not going to like me. And I don't care. Like, he needs Ayanla. He needs to own, TNT needs to just give OWN Network one episode so they can come in and fix his life because he needs it. Craig, get it together, bro. So the police are going to talk with him. When Jay when they got back to the safe spot and they're happy, you know, like, oh, we did it, we got the score. Or solder, I said, no, don't get burned, bruh. Don't get burned. I'm like, just go with the staples. We all sad when that semi truck dropped Smurf off because I felt like she is at a ticked off moment and it's got to go down. It's got to go down. But I also feel like she may just have that. I'm sure she has 300 cash somewhere. Because she's too smart. She's way too calculated to not have it. I'm just saying. But she walked away with her head up out of that semi in a full stride. And I said, Ellen Barkin, you better work. Poe kind of got himself covered because he's still at his girlfriend's house once all of this stuff happened. While the burglary was happening, he was with his girlfriend, getting to know each other. You know what I think about Bass? Bass is stashing the money wrong because he's pillow talking and he's allowing that new girlfriend or old girlfriend, whatever you want to call it, he's allowing her to know the ins and outs and what's going on. And I'm like, nah, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that because she knows too much. She's going to take all that money. She's going to take all that money. Watch. To end this episode, I'm going to end this episode review off with what Ellen said. I mean, with what Smurf said. Once you decide to shoot, you keep shooting. You understand me? Whoa, what's gonna happen? It's about to go down. That I feel like this was that score right before the big score, right before the big song. Like that was a good band right before you went to who's a money maker, you know, for the concert. That's what that episode was. I enjoyed it, but like I said, I feel like the girlfriend of Baz is going to take the money. I feel like all the boys are going to be against him. The DNA situation is going to bring more police. The 2 detectives from last season. And Craig has messed up because now the police are going to be questioning him for God knows what. And it's just going down, man. It's a good show. Sorry I was late, y'all. I was going through a little bit. I wasn't feeling that great. And, you know, my shorty's got sports events, so I had to handle that. But I'll holler at y'all, all right? Until next time.